Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Westfair 2019. My name is Rick Dillon. I serve as treasurer of the Westfair board. On behalf of the board, I'd like to welcome you to this year's fair. We've been very fortunate with Mother Nature helping us out with the nice cool weather this week. After the last couple of weeks, we thought, typical, we're going to have the hottest week of the summer during fair, but it turned out to be a very nice evening tonight, and we're looking forward to nice weather for the whole week. Also want to point out, Westfair 2019 marks our 45th year of being out here at Westfair. It was 1974 that Westfair started out here, and this is our 45th anniversary. So that's we should celebrate that. And many of you know, prior to that, we were located down in the Playland Park area on West Broadway, and the fair was down there for obviously a number of years for West Potawatomi County. But I don't know if you realize this, but we came across some documentation that showed in 1861, but 158 years ago, Council Bluffs hosted a fair in 1861. At that time, it was called the Potawatomi County Agricultural Society. It was located in the area of North 16th, and they sold memberships like we do today. A membership back then was $2 to come to the fair and attend all the activities. Admission was 25 cents for adults, 5 cents for children. They had the same kind of livestock judging competitions like we have yet today, you know, with your typical beef and swine and poultry. But as you can imagine, you know, the manpower back then was a lot of mules and horses. So a lot of the other classes they had was the judging of, you know, mule teams and horse teams. And they did demonstrations of plowing and whatnot. They had the same kind of static exhibits as well. You know, they had plants and flowers and place setting. But one of the things I noticed in the booklet, one of the classes that they judged was the best set of brooms. You had to put together a dozen brooms that you would make, and those were judged. So, rather unique. Anyway, just wanted to recognize that we're very, very fortunate here in West Potawatomi County. We've been celebrating agriculture and in a fair for 158 years, and again, thank you for all the support that you have given us in this area for all these years. As our tradition, we always like to start fair up with the induction of our Westfair Hall of Fame inductees. This year, we want to recognize two separate individuals that have, in their own way, have been a significant contributor to Westfair. First gentleman I'd like to introduce is Don. Don was born and raised in Council Bluffs. He is married and has 4 children living here in Council Bluffs. He grew up in the well business, and he worked for many years drilling and repairing wells for his dad and company. In 1991, he started Don's Well Repair and has drilled and repaired many wells in Southwest Iowa, including ours here at Westfair. Whenever we have an issue, we call Don, and he comes running to Westfair. He is always on call, and he gets it done. And the other thing, he's one of these supporters that's always been kind of behind the scenes, helping us out with our water issues. Again, being 45 years old, we've got a lot of plumbing and well issues. Don has been coming and servicing our well and all of our plumbing needs, and we never get an invoice from him. He's not only providing all of his labor, but his parts and the supplies and the equipment that he provides us. And that's a significant contribution. So we definitely want to thank him and have you help me recognize Don Wildage as our 2019 Hall of Fame inductee. Don? I gotta tell you, it's a little story on Don too. We kind of tricked him to get him here tonight. So we basically said, we have an emergency. We've got a well issue, Don. Can you come out here? Well, he had someplace he needed to be. Can I come earlier? And Reed Anderson was the one calling. He said, no, I'm tied up now. You gotta be here at 7. I'll meet you at 7. So that worked out perfect. Our next honoree we want to recognize tonight to the Westfair Hall of Fame has also been a long-time contributor to the fair. He has a long history of volunteering in his profession and in his community, not only Westfair. He was born and raised on a farm in Nebraska. He learned the value of hard work and gained knowledge about the farming industry, both of which he had used throughout his life and career. He can still recite the FFA Creed from memory, and yes, he is still a Husker fan as well. He started his career in the cattle sale barns back home, where he developed a love for auctioneering. He continued in the ag business as a buyer for Iowa beef processors and a crop adjuster for Farmers Mutual Insurance. Today he runs a successful auctioneering and real estate business that serves Iowa and Nebraska. He raised his young family in Trainer and has contributed in numerous ways to the community, serving on the rescue squad, as a church deacon. He served on the Westfair board and served as president of the Westfair board, and numerous other local charities throughout the metro area and in the surrounding communities, utilizing his auctioneering skills to help raise money. And I can attest, I attend a number of the banquets for the nonprofits here in the community, and almost every one of them have a silent auction and a live auction to raise funds for their nonprofit. And this auctioneer, this inductee, or honoree, is always the auctioneer at these events and does a wonderful job interacting with the crowd and raising funds for these nonprofits. He also contributes significantly to his profession at both local and state level, participating and leading committees, sitting on boards, and holding office. He has served as president of the Southwest Iowa Association of Realtors and regional vice president of the Iowa Association of Realtors. He currently holds the title of treasurer of the Iowa Association of Realtors. For his efforts, he has been recognized by these organizations with the Realtor of the Year Award, the Good Neighbor Award, and the Distinguished Service Award. Today, our honoree has 4 grandchildren whom he adores. He continues to volunteer and enjoys golfing and riding his motorcycle when he can. And most of all, he loves tormenting his friends with practical jokes and denying that he had any involvement. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in congratulating Byron Minky to the Westfair Hall of Fame. Okay, just give us a couple minutes and we'll start with our Westfair Queen Coronation. Well, again, welcome to our coronation for the 2019 Westfair Queen and her court. This year marks the 52nd anniversary of the West Potawatomi County Fair Queen contest. And so again, in recognition of our 52 years of having a queen, I'm going to ask any past Westfair Queens here tonight. I'm sure there are. If you are a past Westfair Queen, please stand and be recognized. Come on. Oh, Stacy Goodman. I see Stacy. Come on. Who else? Let's give them all a nice round of applause. And, don't be shy. As I introduce the candidates and their escorts, we ask that the parents of the candidates and escorts please stand along with the candidates' sponsors as your candidate is introduced. As I call them, then the candidates will introduce themselves. First, we'll have Casey Black, escorted by Bo Thiel.
My name is Casey Black. I am the daughter of Larry and Tracy Black. I will be attending Iowa Western Community College in the fall, studying dental hygiene, and I am a member of the Silver Creek Club.
Thank you, Casey. Next, we have Mariah Kane, escorted by Diego Salinas.
My sponsors are Renegade Boot Camp and Boxing and Stoop Images, and I will be attending Northwest Missouri State University in the fall to major in secondary education.
Next is Addison Fisher, escorted by Alex Osborne.
Hello, my name is Addison Fisher. I'm the daughter of Sarah Troji and Dave and Mona Fisher. I'm sponsored by Brian Fisher of Farm Bureau Financial Services, Fisher Insurance Agency. I'm a part of the NOLA Busy Members, and I will be attending Kirkwood Community College in the fall and studying ag production and ag business.
Next is Megan Funk, escorted by Ryan Thomas.
I am the daughter of Brian Funk and Stacy Funk, and my sponsor is Accurate Accounting. In the fall, I will attend the University of Iowa to study mathematics while on the pre-med path.
And next we have Mackenzie Putnam, escorted by Jackson Rome.
Sponsors West Castle and Sun Construction. This fall, I plan to attend Iowa Western to study agriculture business.
I now would like to introduce our attendants and ask that the parents of the attendants please stand as they are introduced. First, we have Carver Ross, son of Kevin and Sarah Ross. Hollis Ross, also son of Kevin and Sarah Ross. And Brody Fisher, son of Brendan and Megan Fisher. At this time, I'd like to introduce the 2018 Westfair Queen and Escort. And again, ask for the parents of our 2018 Westfair Queen and Escorts to stand. Making her final appearance as Miss Westfair 2018 is Danielle Elliott, escorted by Zach Elliott. And Danielle's going to come up and give us her farewell speech.
Good evening, candidates, sponsors, family, friends, and guests. Even after a year of owning the title of Miss Westfair 2018, it's still hard for me to believe. I cannot express my gratitude enough. There are so many people who have made this past year one of the best of my life. For starters, I would like to thank my sponsors, Joe and Heather Turner from Turner's Ag and Consulting Co. Not only have you two supported me throughout this process, but for basically my entire life. Second, I would like to thank Annie, Heidi, Nikki, the judges, and everyone else who helps to put on the Queen Contest every year. I do not think that many people realize how much of an impact this event can have on people, especially young girls. I can distinctly remember watching in 2010 when my fellow 4-H member and babysitter, Sarah Pogge, was crowned. I thought the world of Sarah, so seeing her win Westfair Queen just made me want to be like her even more. I would like to extend a thank you to the Westfair Board and groundskeeper Brandon Borthman. There's so much that you all do behind the scenes that not even a seasoned Westfair veteran like myself was aware of until I had the opportunity to see fair from a different side last year. Your hard work does not go unnoticed, and I sincerely encourage all 4-Hers to take time this week to extend a thank you for their efforts. To the Trainer Legion, I'd like to thank you for not only supporting my Miss Citizenship Award, but for allowing me to come and speak at your January meeting. I was honored to be amongst so many incredible citizens and see how your organization runs. I would like to say thank you to the 5 girls I had the chance to get to know while running last year, and the 5 wonderful ladies right in front of us tonight. You are all so incredible in your own unique ways, and it brings me the utmost joy to think of all you have already done and yet will still continue to do to better those around you. To the entire Iowa State Fair Queen Competition Committee, the judges, and all those who helped make that week possible, I had the pleasure of spending a week with them in August, and they all deserve a sincere thank you as well. I learned so much about myself during that week, and I tried a lot of new things like breaking a board, walking a runway, and I formed friendships that are still going strong. I'd like to say a quick thank you to the 2018 Shelby County Fair Queen, Cassie Robinson. Not only is she one of my really great friends, but she also was kind enough to ride through the Hoodoo Day Parade for me in in August, sorry. To my former 4-H club, the Neola Busy members, thank you guys for giving me many of the opportunities I had to lead, grow, and learn a whole lot about responsibility along the way. I never have received as much hype and support and reassurance as I did last year at Westfair. Finally, and I will admit most importantly, I would like to thank my friends and family. To my mom for planting the seed to run in the first place and being my biggest cheerleader. To my dad for covering for me whenever official queen duties kept me busy and always making sure I know how special I am. To my brothers for never letting me take life too seriously. To my grandparents for reminding me that I've always been a queen. And to my friends for supporting me and being a part of the adventure. The doors that opened and the opportunities that came my way this past year were some I could have never seen coming, but I feel extremely blessed they did. Through the ups and downs, one thing remained the same. I am loved, and the same is true for all of you. Being able to wear this crown and sash really does make me feel like a queen, and I will miss that after tonight. However, fortunately for me, and also for all of you, it's not the crown that makes me who I am. This crown gave me a platform to shine and be the light for my community, but those opportunities are found all around us every day. We all have the potential for greatness inside us, so I challenge you to find yours and share it. Start now, start tomorrow, just promise you'll take the first step. Thank you.
This time I'd like to ask all of our sponsors and contributors of the Westfair Queen program to please stand if you are here. This includes John Dalton of Agriland Insurance, Bloomworks, Hoyt Konowski Funeral Home, Portraits by Amy, Cattleman Steel Fabrication, Joan Hamilton, Brooklyn Vet Clinic, Phil's Comfort Zone, TS Bank, Myers Landing, Tracy Huff, State Farm Insurance, Trainer Legion, Post 725, Team Farm Management, West Potawatomi County Farm Bureau, Westfair Board, Westfair Queen Committee, and Farmers and Merchants State Bank. Again, let's thank all of our sponsors and contributors. At this time, we'd also like to recognize our Westfair Board and Junior Fair Board members and ask them to stand as I call their name. Probably already standing behind me. Our president is Arlen Jensen. Vice president is Calvin Peterson. Secretary is Nikki Woods. Rick Kelly and myself as treasurer. Our sponsorship and vendor person is Allie Frost. The rest of the board includes Reed Anderson, Ed Kane, Dave Fisher, Jim Jensen, Ron Lambert, Craig Peterson, Kevin Strobing, Daniel Miller, Adam Darrington, Cheyenne Royer, Kaylee Price, and Daniel Forthman. Okay, let's give all those a round of applause. We also want to recognize and thank our Queen Committee and ask them to stand and be recognized. This includes Heidi Huff, Annie Peterson, and Nikki Woods. Well, let's move on to what we're all here for, and that is our Queen in Court. Let's start with Miss Citizenship. The winner of this award must write an essay. She is judged on the content and voice while reading her composition. Miss Citizenship will receive a cash award and trophy presented by Wayne Casson, representing the Trainer Legion Post number 725. A cash award from the Westfair Board being presented by Jim Jensen. A Farm Bureau cash award is presented by Kelby Forthman. And the sash will be presented by Danielle Elliott. After I announce Miss Citizenship, she will come forward and read her essay. Miss Citizenship is a recent graduate of Tri-Center. She has been active in varsity track, 3-year varsity softball, 2-year varsity basketball, 2-year participant in volleyball, and 1 year in soccer. She was an honor roll student and student council member. She was also the chapter secretary for the Tri-Center FFA chapter and held many officer positions in the Neola Busy Members 4-H Club. Miss Citizenship 2019 is Addison Fisher. Addie, we're going to ask you to come forward and read us your essay, please.
Alright, please bear with me. There's going to be some tears on my part. Growing up in a small town has been one of the biggest blessings in my life. I've grown up around well-rounded people, well-rounded citizens that have shaped my vision of what citizenship means. When I think of what citizenship means to me, I think about the selfless people that go above and beyond for others in the community. The values and qualities my family and hometown instilled in me actively reflect the importance of building and maintaining relationships. The social standards in my community inherently place value on authentic interactions. Seeing each other as individuals truly is unique and as a unique and important person. For people that come from more populated urban environments, it may be easier for them to pass a person on the street without looking someone in the eyes. Being a reliable and dependable citizen has been modeled effortlessly right before my eyes. One of my biggest role models is my dad, Dave Fisher. He has exemplified what being a good citizen means by his involvement in the community. My dad is a very respected individual that takes pride in his role as a park ranger at Arrowhead Park. He tends to his customers as a park ranger, and he tends to his customers' needs and creates an enjoyable environment for families and people of all ages. He also played an important role in my love for 4-H. He served on the fair board for 14 years and serves others without a complaint. His love for helping others has instilled a perfect image of what citizenship means to me, and I hope to one day be able to say I'm half the person that he is.
It's
It's the Trainer Legion's pride to give this award to Miss Citizenship because she stands for everything that we stand for here today. And I hope that your patriotism lasts the rest of your life. Thank you very much. And the Legion also donated a $500 check to you, so that's coming, okay?
Next will be Miss Congeniality. This young lady is selected by a vote of the other contestants. Miss Congeniality will receive a cash award and trophy presented by Joan Hamilton, a cash award from Westfair Board presented by Jim Jensen, and a sash presented by Danielle Elliott. Miss Congeniality is a recent graduate of Tri-Center. She has been active in varsity track, 3-year varsity softball, 2-year varsity basketball, 2-year participant in volleyball, 1 year in soccer. She is an honor roll student and student council member. She was also the chapter secretary of the Tri-Center FFA chapter and held many other positions in the Neola Busy Members 4-H Club. Sounds like I just repeated what I just said. Addison Fisher is Miss Congeniality 2000. Next, we'll introduce our second runner-up. Our second runner-up will receive a trophy and bond given by Team Farm Management, a cash award from the Westfair Board presented by Jim Jensen, and a sash again presented by Danielle Elliott. Our second runner-up is a recent graduate of Trainer. She was involved in the Mentors in Violence Prevention Program, mentoring freshman girls about healthy relationships. During her time in high school, she was a member of the Iowa High School Rodeo Association for 4 years with multiple top 10 finishes at several rodeos. She also held the position of president, vice president, secretary, and recreational leader in the Silver Creek 4-H Club. Our second runner-up, 2019, is Mackenzie Putnam. Next, I'd like to introduce our first runner-up. She will receive a cash award and trophy, a cash award from the Westfair Board presented by Jim Jensen, and a sash again presented by Danielle Elliott. Our first runner-up is a recent graduate of Underwood. She is a 4-year varsity letter winner in band, jazz band, chorus, show choir, football, and wrestling cheer. She participated in the school's jazz choir. Her leadership responsibilities throughout her last 2 years of high school consisted of sopranos section leader in the choir, trumpet section leader in the band, and drum major of Underwood's marching band. The Eagle Regiment, she attained her school's highest honor roll all 4 years and was involved in her school's chapter of National Honor Society. She has been active within her community by volunteering at the Micah House Buddy Program, helping to build the new Dream Playground, and be involved in the Youth Leadership Council Plus program. Our first runner-up, 2019, is Megan Funk. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Parents, audience, and well-wishers, we ask everyone to stay off of the stage and please remain seated until all the pictures and awards have been completed, which I think the fence will kind of help do that. Our Miss Westfair will receive a cash award from TS Bank presented by Kelsey Stupful, a cash award from Farm Bureau presented by Kelby Borgman. A cash award and lifetime Westfair membership from the Westfair Board presented again by Jim Jensen. And a rose bouquet donated by Bloomworks is presented by Westfair Board member Jim Jensen. Our crown and sash will be presented by Gabby Nelson. Sorry, Danielle Elliott. Oops. Miss Westfair is a recent graduate of Abraham Lincoln. She was on the Gold Honor Roll and recognized for her ACT score and was selected as prom queen. She was a member of the concert, jazz, and pep bands, as well as marching band. She was a member of the National Honor Society, Key Club, Be Kind Movement, Mock Trial, Girls Golf Team, Southwest Iowa Honor Band, University of Nebraska Lincoln Winter Winds Honor Band, and Iowa Western Honor Band. She has played an active role in the community both in and out of her 4-H club, Garner Rocks. She volunteered through the 21st Century Helping Hands program at Roosevelt Elementary, made thank you packages for first responders. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Westfair 2019 is Mariah King. Now, if the family and friends want to come in and take pictures, you're more than welcome to do that this time.